Excuse us. Come on, Friedrich, leave the men alone. Long day?
I'm waiting for my daughter. They aren't sure what's wrong. They're doing a few tests.
I wish her all the best. Come.
Unbelievable.
Yes, I'm aware you have private insurance, Mrs. Patushka. The waiting room is full at the moment.
This way.
You can come in, but it might take a while before the doctor can... Hello?
I'm wondering how much longer it will be for my daughter.
And your daughter is?
Josie. Josephina Lawrence.
Mr. Lawrence, right. You didn't have an appointment. I'm sorry for the wait, but you can see how busy it is.
No. She's already with Dr. Groka.
She's with the doctor now?
Yes, it's been almost an hour.
Not according to my information.
No, that's not possible.
Mr. Lawrence? Mr. Lawrence!
Josie?
What are you doing in here?
Where's my daughter? Josie!
Mr. Lawrence!
I'm sorry, Dr. Grolka. I told Mr. Lawrence that he isn't allowed back here, but he just...
But I saw her walk in here.
He ignored me. Sweetie, you'll be okay.
Mr. Lawrence, if you don't leave right now, then I will be forced to call the police.
Everything will be all right. It'll be okay.
Josie! Isabel! Josie's missing. Isabel! Do you understand? Are you listening to me?
What on earth are you even talking about?
She's not here! Josie's gone! I'm here at Dr. Groka's, and I don't know where she is. I don't know where she is! Josie!
I have to meet you. A minute, I'll be there in a second.
I just want to see my daughter.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Of course. Can you give me directions?
Have you seen my daughter? This tall, blonde, long hair. My daughter. She's 13. Blonde hair, about this tall.
No,
Josephina.
I'm sorry.
Josie!
I'm late.
Josie!
Hurry up.
Mr. Rieger, are there indications this is a
When
kidnapping?
was Josie Lawrence last seen?
Clear away, folks. Out of the way.
Please, step back. Thank you. Private property is back.
Hey. Victor, the press is expecting a statement.
I can't.
If we don't give them something, the crowd out there is only going to get bigger.
You do it.
They don't care about the lawyer. They want to hear it directly from you.
I'll do it.
What will you tell them?
What do you think? Josie's alive somewhere. And that she'll come back, safe and sound.
Mr. Rieger!
Lawrence, are there any new signs of Josie's whereabouts?
You know, I've always wondered, why would anyone choose to visit the island this time of year? Besides you, there's probably not a single tourist on Parco.
Suits me just fine.
Thank you for the company.
Thanks for the safe passage.
That's not for you, Sinbad. Halberstadt. Come here. Go in. What's wrong now? Hey. Hey, it's okay, Sinbad. Shh. It's just a mouse or a rat in the walls. Calm down. Come. Let's get ourselves settled.
how was your day at school?
Sensational.
We just want to take part in your life a little, that's all.
Good luck, Victor. I try that every day.
Okay. First I had English, then history, then a break, then gym class.
Yeah, okay,
then...
I get it.
I want to get earrings.
How old-fashioned. Why not an eyebrow piercing?
I like nose rings. Your mother had one that was this huge.
Don't listen to your father, he's lying.
Yeah, okay, this big.
I'm being serious.
You're barely 13.
She's not 13. She's 7. Yeah, 7.5 at the most 8.
But Papa, I'm 13. And I'm the only one in the whole class without any.
Sinbad. Shh. Hey. Come on, leave it alone. Come.
As the head of this institution, I know it's difficult to fill the shoes of a man like Professor Merritt. For almost 3 decades, he not only was the director of the psychiatric ward for our hospital, he also had a decisive role in shaping it. Therefore, it is all the more important that his successor, who, by the way, was explicitly endorsed for the role by Professor Merritt, is given our total support and all the resources we can offer. Now, Dr. Roth, rest assured that we are all standing here with you. Please accept our warmest welcome.
Well, I haven't prepared any sort of speech. I didn't know this was happening. We have a lot to do.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to the challenge.
To the new director.
It would have been so nice.
I wasn't explicitly endorsed for the role by our beloved boss, as you heard.
Ex-boss. Careful, he's coming. Dr. Roth. Hello, Edith McIntyre. I'm your new, assistant.
Yes, I'm aware.
Inez has been the heart and soul of the clinic for 30 years. I'm not sure what we would do without her.
And you are?
Frida Yeshke. I'm a doctor in your ward.
Ah. I have written out a list of...
I should be getting back to my work.
I'll be handling these cases personally from now on.
Have you informed your colleagues?
Take care of that.
South German news. Dear Dr. Lawrence, 2 years after the tragic disappearance of your daughter, would you be willing to answer some personal questions? Everything's okay. We just have to be calm. Everything's okay. Josie? Josie?
I'm feeling better. Can we go home now?
Absolutely not. We're seeing the doctor. Josie, come on.
Hi.
Just trust me. Lawrence, we spoke on the phone.
Ah, right. So you want earrings?
Yeah, I do.
That's what I started with. Let's go. Follow me. Here. Take a seat.
Okay.
I got an idea. How about this? What if I got a piercing too? You'll see it's not so bad.
This will feel a little cold.
Ah!
Victor. It looks way worse than it is.
It doesn't even hurt. Barely.
So, now it's your turn.
I need to think it over some more.
Are you sure, Josie?
Yeah.
How did you feel right after the tragedy? Stay.
Please, excuse the interruption. Are you Victor Lawrence?
And you are?
My name is Anna Spiegel. I was hoping we could talk a little.
I don't give interviews.
I'm not here for an interview. I'm not well. Mentally.
I don't practice anymore.
Your lawyer told me if anybody can help me get through this, it's you.
Mr. Rieger sent you out here?
Help me, Dr. Lawrence.
I'm sorry.
Dr. Lawrence, please just...
Right now.
Dr. Roth, why are you taking 2 of my long-term patients away?
Oh, they're your patients? My mistake. I had assumed those 2 were actually patients being treated by this psychiatric ward, of which I am the head.
Now you're just splitting hairs.
Those are facts. Miss Mergenthaler. Excuse me. Have I forgotten about an appointment with Dr. Yeshke?
I'm sorry, but Professor Merck's door was always open.
A new broom sweeps clean, I can understand that. But this here, this is way out of line, Doctor.
We wouldn't need the broom if there wasn't any dirt. Ha!
I'm curious what you plan to do with those patients of mine.
And I am always here to answer any questions my employees may have after they've made an appointment. This you can throw out. I have to go now and clear out my old office.
What are you doing?
Tea.
You feeling better?
Yes. It was very sweet of you to look after me.
What was I supposed to do, leave you out there? I want you to go now.
Give me 15 minutes. I'm an author. I mainly write young adult fiction. I don't know, maybe you've heard of me? My books are read more overseas. Japan is one of my top markets, though I haven't published anything for a long time.
For how long?
2 years. You see, Dr. Lawrence, when I was 13, I got a schizophrenia diagnosis. For years, they've been trying to treat me, but it hasn't helped. No medications worked, no therapy. Nothing. My childhood was basically hell, and it hasn't gotten any better.
Your schizophrenia, how did it manifest?
As a child, I really only had one friend, Terry. While my father was walking Terry one day, his heart suddenly stopped. My mother tried to tell me as gently as possible, but...
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
What could she say? It felt like my world had gone completely dark. I blamed Terry for my father's death. My father would still have been alive if Terry hadn't existed.
Go away! Get out of here! Come here, Terry. Come here.
I remember it took a while before I finally broke his spine. I kept hitting Terry with the hammer until he stopped moving.
And do you remember what you were thinking?
I have no idea. Because it never happened. There never was a dog named Terry. I imagined him. But I suffered from it for years. Like a dog, you could say.
I'm assuming that this wasn't an isolated incident, was it?
No, that was just the beginning. I had a friend. Her parents were very wealthy. She was celebrating her birthday at the Hotel Charlottenburg. At one point, as I was coming back from the bathroom, I saw Julia standing at the reception desk.
Julia is the friend from the wealthy family?
No, Julia is a character from a short story that I wrote for a school competition.
What happened next?
The hotel clerk said, "I'm sorry, but I can't find a reservation under your name." And Julia said, Could you check that again?
Yes, of course.
She looked exactly like I had described her. And she said the exact words that I had written for her.
Nothing.
That's extremely unfortunate.
A
stay here would have been very important for me. It smelled like powder and gun oil. It actually wasn't bad. Sometimes I still smell the scent of that gun.
Frankly, I'm not sure what you want from me, Miss Spiegel. Your symptoms are a classic case of schizophrenia straight from the book. Any practicing psychiatrist could treat you. You didn't need to make a pilgrimage to a small island in the North Sea for my sake.
I don't want any old psychiatrist. I want you.
Why?
Because I'm looking for someone who is able to relate.
And what makes you think I can?
My last story was actually written about a person that I lost. Someone who was close to me. Is there anyone who's able to relate better than you? I mean, you live with your daughter's disappearance.
Out. Get out now. Don't come back. Never.
You're making a mistake, Dr. Lawrence.
So, welcome to my home.
Yes, thank you.
Isabel. My wife, Isabel.
This is my wife.
Marta. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
And my daughter, Mila.
Killer place. What did it cost?
Mila!
I'm glad we could get together. We're really grateful to you.
Oh, please. I'm very happy you're here. This is Josie, our pride and joy.
I brought a small gift for you, Dr. Lawrence.
Dr. Roth, that must have cost a fortune. You shouldn't have.
Well, after everything that you've done for me,
Yeah, come on in, please.
Definitely.
This is my lawyer and best friend, Wolfgang Rieger, and his wife, Monica. And these are the Roths.
Hello. Nice to meet you. You too. Hello.
Pleasure.
Ah,
Victor and I were in boarding school together. He wouldn't have survived without me.
Oh, really?
why don't you two play in Josie's room?
So how did you meet Victor?
Yes, how did you meet?
Well, I guess you could say colleagues.
We're in the same grade, you know.
Yeah. Sorry, how old are you? 8?
I'm 13.
Can I smoke in here? Is that cool?
I don't think my parents would like it if you did that.
What if I crack the window?
No. Did it hurt at all?
Huh? Did what hurt?
Piercing your ears?
No way. What are we gonna do? I mean, other than play with stuffed animals.
Then what do you like to play?
Do you know BTS? K-pop? Nothing? Come here. Stand up. Come on.
Somebody
Hi, Captain. Celebrating something?
On the contrary, this is just weatherproofing. There's a storm coming in.
Really? How bad will it get?
No one knows that. Weather is fickle. If you take my advice, you'd stock up too. Could be a while.
The perpetrator would kidnap his victims from grocery store parking lots. He would put them in the trunk of his car and take them to his house in the middle of the forest. The closest neighbor was 15 minutes away. Nobody would ever accidentally stumble upon the house. Nobody would ever guess what was really happening there. But when I arrived and opened the hidden door, I saw a staircase leading down into the darkness.
Oh, God. You showed up at the wrong time, huh?
And there she lay in front of me, chopped into pieces.
Without a trace. The 100 most mysterious missing person cases of the 21st century.
Which one are you on?
87. They just went down to the cellar and found her body. Hacked to bits.
You have rice?
Sorry, we're out. The whole island's been here stocking up. There's a storm coming in. But over there should still be some noodles. It's a funny coincidence. There was a girl here yesterday looking for you.
For me?
You are Victor Lawrence? From case 58?
This woman, she in her mid-20s, looked like she didn't belong here?
Anna Spiegel. We chatted a little bit. After all, there's not much else to do around here this time of year.
What'd she say, this Ms. Spiegel?
She didn't tell me much. She wanted to know where your home is.
Huh.
Oh, and she bought a hammer like that one.
A hammer? Did she say what it was for?
Why would that woman buy a hammer? I mean, she came here in heels, in the rain. If you want to ask her, she's crashing at the Ankerhof next door.
Listen, if you don't come out now, I'll let the dog loose! Sinbad! Sinbad!
Hey, how was the rabbit? Have you ever tried pheasant? With juniper sauce all over it? I swear it's delicious.
Halberstadt.
What's up with you? This fellow right here looks more alive than you do.
No, it's just... everything's fine.
Come. Why don't you tell me about it over a drink or two?
Or maybe a bottle.
That'd work.
Hey, Sinbad.
Oh, hey, Sinbad. Your master wouldn't sick you on the mare now, would he? But she must have crossed over to Parkum somehow.
Yeah, but that's not the point. She was here before me. And it was a spontaneous decision for me to come.
Then I guess someone must have spontaneously told her that you were spontaneously planning to come here.
She claims that my lawyer told her.
You see?
She bought a hammer at the grocery store.
Well, you have to introduce me. I've been looking for a woman who's good with her hands for many a decade. They don't make them like that anymore.
Trust me, she's no handyman.
So what, she'd buy a hammer then? What is her plan? Smash her skull in?
Yeah, when you put it that way.
My fridge, Old Faithful. Oh, he has excellent timing. Want a beer to wash it down?
You have a fridge outside?
And you don't? I love my beer ice cold, and within reach at all times. So, why don't you tell me what's really bothering you?
In a couple days, it'll be 2 years since my daughter disappeared.
And you ran here to Parkham to hide your head in the sand, hmm? Some things have a strange way of catching up with us later on and smashing into us twice as hard. It's better if you face them right away.
How did you feel right after the tragedy?
After the tone.
Wolfgang, it's Victor. There's a woman here. Her name is Anna Spiegel. She claims that you told her she could find me on Parkham. Can you call me back?
What do you want from me?
We're back.
Put your cigarette out there here.
Josie?
Josie?
You're on my Spotify friends list now. Cool. We can listen together. See ya.
Hello. What happened to your ears?
I pierced them.
And who helped you?
It was me. I used a needle.
Are you crazy? The tattoo shop we went to was too much, but a needle's okay?
Come back here!
What's the big whoop?
Hey.
Hey.
Does it hurt?
Burns. But it's not too bad.
Can I see? You don't want an infection. Why wouldn't you tell us?
I don't know. You said it was fine.
No, not with only a needle.
I didn't do anything wrong.
You know, not telling is like lying. Mom's disappointed. Come here. What if we make a deal?
What kind?
We'll always be honest with each other. A sacred and binding pact.
Okay.
Okay.
Pinky swear.
Pinky swear. How did you feel right after the tragedy? I was dead. I may have been breathing, but I no longer existed. I died the day Josie disappeared. Maybe I really should face things after all. What do you say, old friend?
Called out to you.
What are you doing here?
I can't do this without you. Give me a little more time. Then I'll disappear. I promise. Please.
Pick it up from the back. Careful. I think there's glass inside of that one.
So can all this stuff go in storage, Doctor? Or is there anything you might want to keep?
No, throw it out.
You heard him, guys.
I'm taking this box outside. Why are these ones over here? Can you take this? Yeah.
Hi, neighbor.
Dr. Kroka?
First of all, I would like to apologize for lying to you. Your lawyer doesn't really know I'm here. He was defending me in a court case and said you were the best therapist he knows, and ever since then, I've obsessively thought about it. It's like you're the only person who can help me in the world. I think I might have an obsessive nature.
How did you find me?
It wasn't really that difficult. I read an old interview of yours in Modern Psychiatry. You said you had a house on this island that you use as a retreat when things become overwhelming.
That was 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah. I thought it would be worth a shot. The timing worked out, didn't it?
This is a nice space.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. I always did. But I never thought that you, of all people, would give up your private practice to go and work in a clinic again.
More space for storage.
Sorry?
More space.
Yeah. I know what you mean. In fact, it's perfect timing. My own practice is getting ready to expand.
I'll be going now.
So you just came here and asked for me in the supermarket.
What supermarket?
The small shop by your motel.
Oh, that? No, I've never gone in. I've been at the Ankerhof for the past week. Not exactly a 5-star hotel, but they have a pretty good minibar. They even have chocolate.
Sinbad! Sorry, he must be smelling a mouse up there. If you're here to tell me something, just tell me already.
I wanted to tell you the story I wrote before I was admitted.
Hey, Sinbad! You were at a psychiatric clinic?
Yeah, I had a nervous breakdown. The story I wrote was about a small girl who suffers from a strange disease, and one day the little girl disappears without a trace. From the Charlottenburg Children's Clinic.
Neither of us can change what happened that day.
What you're describing was a headline in every newspaper in the country.
Everyone knows that! Sinbad!
I wasn't trying to rile you up.
Hey. I know, it's all right. It's just the rats, okay?
The Spiegel, come back! The Spiegel!